Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And as we mentioned in the beginning of our edition of the breakfast show today, we're going to talk about the sustainable development in Egypt and the efforts exerted by the state to continue with the path of sustainable development. And to shed more light on the issue, we are most delighted to have with us Mr. Abdul Latif Wahba. He's a ministerial journalist. Good morning, Mr. Abdul Latif.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us on Nile TV. And I would like you to tell me more about the efforts exerted by the government in the sustainable development field.
As you know that Egypt aims to attract more foreign direct investment and at the same time to attract the international investors here in Egypt. So this depends upon sustainable development of the main infrastructures in Egypt.
Yes.
The elements of the foreign investment or to attract the foreign investment depends upon the security of energy, transportation, net of the main routes, and also the naval ports. As you know that Egypt now has many ports, especially in Alexandria, Dahila, and also Safaga, on Red Sea, El Arish, and so on. According to what the cabinet approved during the last period of the last years, when they granted or decided to grant the golden license for the investors and their investments and the projects here in Egypt. So you cut the time and you cut the bureaucratic procedures and routine at the same time. This is the main elements of attracting the foreign direct investment. As you know that Egypt at the same time, according to the cabinet and according to the directions of President Abdul Sisi, they approved all the procedures and facilitated all the steps required for establishing the investment or projects in Egypt.
Okay, Mr. Latif, you just mentioned the investments. I would like you to tell me more about the importance of establishing the new cities and the new administrative capital.
Yeah, of course. As you know that establishing new cities in the 20s of cities in every provinces, I mean, for example, you will find in Mania and the new Mania, and the new Asyut, and another new cities in the Delta, for example, and also a new cities in Upper Egypt. When you established any new cities, this is of course means that you have to provide it with the infrastructures, electricity, water, drainage systems, and so on. And at the same time, as you know, that new cities means new communities, means new industrial zones, For example, in Bani Suef province, there is an industrial zone, and in Armenia and in many other provinces. It means that you created a new project, and you created at the same time a new industrial areas and logistics industries that help in establishing these new cities.
Yes.
This is important for Egypt, and at the same time, you moved some of the populations from the densities cities and the areas to the new one.
Yes.
It means you elevate the burden of the old infrastructures.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Wahba, I would like you to tell me more about the usage of renewable energy and green hydrogen by the state. Examples.
As you know, that Egypt is one of the leading countries in the Middle East in new power energy and renewable energy at the same time, especially that is generated from the sun, from the wind, and at last Egypt started generating the powers from green ammonia, and they exported some of it to European countries. Egypt signed many deals with the international companies working in this field in power energy and green ammonia and hydrogen. This is, of course, will make Egypt, especially the north in Suez corridors, a new hub for renewable energy.
Mr. Wahba, many steps were taken to develop the education in Egypt. So would you please like to elaborate on that?
Yeah, of course. As you know that these infrastructures, these projects and investments required a professional workers and professional graduates, even from the middle schools or from the college and so on. This is, as you know, that you pushed many of them in this projects and in these factories to obtain the know-how, so they can help in futures in the Egyptian state-owned projects, especially in energy and renewable power and so on. This is the main element just now. And as you know that one of the main factors of attracting the foreign direct investments is the human resources. You can depend upon it and you can use it, and this is of course a benefit for the Egyptian economy, especially as you decrease the unemployment rate here in Egypt.
Okay. Mr. Wahba, moving to land reclamation, I would like to tell me more about the mega projects concerning this sector.
Yes, there is a direction from President Fattah al-Sisi to increase the area.
Yes, by 2030, Egypt's vision.
Yeah. According to the Egypt Vision 2030, to decrease the land or the agricultural land in the desert, in Al-Wadi al-Jadid, in east of Lawainat, in Toshka, in Al-Minya, and so on. They are planning to add 3 or 4 million new fed land. This is, of course, will help Egypt, especially in producing the main crops or commodities you imported from abroad, like wheat, for example, like sunflower oil or soybean oil, and you noticed during the last 2 years they added about 2 million faddan. You know that we imported about 45% of our needs from abroad. You can use this new reclaimed land in cultivating and fasting in wheat. So it is a great source for the Egyptian economy, as the increase of the Egyptian products from these commodities means you cut it from the importer, and it means at the same time securing the foreign currency that you spend it to import these commodities from abroad. And as you know that because of the what happened in the world just now, and the problem of the world economy, these commodities, especially vegetable oil, especially wheat, for example, its prices increased during the last 2 years. That is because of the world problems, or the world or the global economy problems after the Russian-Ukrainian war.
Yes. And one final question, Mr. Wahba, what about the digital transformation in all the ministries? Tell me more about this.
Yeah, of course, as you know that when you established the new administrative capital, for example, you provided us with all the means of digitalization. This is to facilitate communications between ministries, and the provinces, and at the same time you cut time, and the circle of the papers documents you didn't just now you didn't need it, but you can do what you want through digitalization and through the net, and also the telecommunications. If you wanted to know the importance of this sector, for example, you have two flashbacks on what happened during Corona. What was the situations if you didn't have the main infrastructures of telecommunications and digitalization? You will be paralyzed.
Okay. Mr. Abdul Latif Wahba, ministerial journalist, thank you very much for talking to us on Nile TV. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break and we will be back.
After passing by Mustar